Oh, I forgot it's Elden Ring, and I need to put the password on for every character.
Press any button. I don't know why I saw the Elden Ring title screen. I was expecting fucking Escape from the Mortal Coil Neo song for a second. Ooh, long loading times. Yes! Because I heard you from the living room going, is this thing fucking dead? And my brain was like, yep, it finally happened. I love it when technology just like...
Well, I mean, it is 5 years old, so that's about the life expectancy of it.
Yeah, I just hate being poor because it's like when you can't afford new technology and shit like this happens, you're like, yay, and we have no money to replace it.
Yeah. Hey, at least I have my phone.
Yeah, now you have to start a closed party to get your fucking commentary in your videos.
Well, I mean, my PlayStation account's still in the party, so it's probably fine. And of course, your PlayStation is as loud as ever.
Oh, it's not that loud.
So yeah, audience, if I sound different, that's because the controller headphone jack finally died. What
It took it long enough.
do you mean by that? You sabotage my technology?
No, I mean that as a joke.
Hey,
What?
remember I'm on mobile, you can't hiss in the mic.
Okay, do I meet you at front gate, great... I almost said great of sight.
It's
Sight of
gate
great.
front, yeah.
Yeah, gate, front, frontal lobe.
Hey, remember I'm streaming.
Yeah. The fucking...
Be weird, but not too weird, okay?
So I can't say what when you were playing when you were
No, you
playing
can't.
when you were playing Kingdom Hearts and I called the one enemy an earlobe having ass motherfucker.
No, you can say shit like that.
I don't know. I don't even know how that came to mind. I have everything at 99 except for mind, intelligence, faith, and arcane.
So the reason this is a goodbye stream is due to this is probably going to be my final stream on Elden Ring itself. Either until they drop another DLC or the next Souls game comes out that's not Dustblood. Let's be honest, I ain't spending that much money for a fucking Switch 2 just for one game. I'll still want to get Super Smash Brothers, but that'll be about it because that's like a party game with your friends. Ain't no way I'm paying that much money just so I can get a From Software game. Sorry. Smash Brothers holds a special place in my heart because of how many friends I played with. Dustblood, who knows? It could fail as bad as the Elden Ring DLC for all I care. I ain't playing it. It could be better than Bloodborne, and I still ain't playing it yet. Not until that shit comes to PlayStation or PC.
Which probably will never happen. I mean, look at Bloodborne.
Yeah, it seems to be From Software's thing, because...
Like, what's stopping them?
If you look at God of War and Horizon and Last of Us, that shit's PlayStation exclusives, and they've been on PC for a while now. So it's not Sony. Fucking From Software themselves, keeping it from getting into PC fans. But that's Microsoft. We don't like Microsoft.
Well, too fucking
Even though,
bad.
like, the entire Dark Souls trilogy's on there. Just not Demon Souls or Bloodborne. But yeah, I saved a video clip of me fighting the tree sentinel. He's already dead because, wow, I first tried, or I didn't first try it, though, sorry. I killed him before, I leveled up, which is pretty easy to do,
Yeah.
considering I've fought as many tree sentinels as I have. It took me,
So,
like, maybe 3-4 attempts because I was warming up. The first attempt was the worst. I ended up using all my heals. Second attempt, I just didn't pay attention and pressed the heal button right as he was doing the force attack. I think I got him on my third try.
excuse me.
The third try was basically me killing him with only using one heal.
So is this your last time playing Elden Ring, or is it just your last time streaming it?
Nah, that's my last time playing. At least until the next DLC or, like, I don't even want to say that because at this, I want to know from Trout. I know he's gonna get whatever next DLC comes to Elden Ring, if there is another one planned for this game. There was for Dark Souls 3, but so far that's the only game besides Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 1 that have multiple DLCs. Outside of that, Sekiro doesn't have a DLC. Bloodborne has one small DLC. Their Demon Souls doesn't have a single DLC, so with Elden Ring, it's really a flip of the coin whether it gets another one or not. Basically, it's from Software saying, did we make enough money with this to go through with this? Also, is the password set on your end?
Let's see.
I've had my remedy going for a while now. Make sure it's all capped as well.
There we go. Now it's set.
Okay. Don't forget to replace your sign after you've set the password, so it can update. Yeah, as I said in the video, which if you guys watch the video, you'll hear it again. The early game in Elden Ring is nice. It's once you get to Mountaintop to the Giants, or should I say, like, once you get to Fire Giant, basically. After Fire Giant, there's really no more open world to explore, to take your time with, and then, like, Farum is fucking tiny. Like, if you were to triple the size of that fucking place, it would be so much fun to explore, but it's got one side area that takes up half the damn map, and then the rest of it is just sprint through as fast as you can simulator because you're being attacked by something. That's ranged. Or there's birds. And there's a Crucible Knight there for some reason. Even though they have, like, no connection to dragons. They just wanted a Havel reference, in my opinion. Instead of putting an NPC there, they put a Crucible Knight there. Because they have more aura. Sorry, that's not lame using aura, but oh well. Another thing I said in the video was, I feel like they should make stamina just used for blocking, because they already do that for the enemies, so why not the players, you know?
Yeah.
It'd be much nicer than, oh, you don't consume stamina for attacks and dodging outside of combat, but once you enter combat, your character somehow just cannot do anything anymore as good as they used to. They just lose their ability to. Used a Night Rain already. Another thing I was saying in that video was, I hope the next Souls title that's not just console exclusive, I'm hoping that it actually has a lot of Elden Ring Night Rains elements, as well as Elden Ring's open world. Where, like, you have Night Rain combat mixed with Night Rain upgrades, but you still have, like, a lot of the Elden Ring upgrades and, like, Ashes of War system and stuff. I want to be able to explore and fully customize, and not just, oh, you get more customization, but now your character appearance is locked, because too many people have complained about our... Too many people have complained about our character creator, but instead of us getting good about it, we just said fuck it.
Battery level low. I have to plug it in the charger.
Ow. I don't even have an upgraded weapon yet. The fuck you mean? You've been invaded.
Yeah, I saw. I got used to Executor. Why is this R2?
Because it's base Elden Ring, that's why.
I know, it's just... you don't stab with katanas. I mean, you could, but they're usually really good for slashing.
Doesn't even matter, though. Excuse me.
Sorry.
We're both keeping our eyes out. Watch this motherfucker have like a fucking hand ballista waiting for us. I see him. Forgot you can't parry while being bitch slapped. Punk ass bitch. Go back to hell, bitch. Go back to hell, bitch. Go back from whence you came, bitch.
Damn, that was a close one.
Now watch him send us trash talk. Because we teabagged his ass. Next time he shows up, I'll have this fucking ready.
Damn.
How much of a bitch you gotta be to use fucking Braggart's Roar on fucking bleed hand-to-hand weapons, and yet still lose? Why do you get hyper armor, dude? You're fucking bending your goddamn knee. Well, of course he lost. It's a 2v1. Well, he invaded our fucking world. It's not supposed to be a fair fight. It's also like not a fair fight because I don't have the tools he does, so why the fuck should he have them? Oh yeah, because he fucking had his friends help him out, or an alternate account. You think these fuckers play fair? No. Why should I play fair if he doesn't?
Yep.
That's another thing I was saying in the videos. just remove invaders. Period. I
Yeah,
do not want to deal with
yeah.
them. Just chilling
Just
with my
make them
friends.
optional, not
I'm trying to
force it.
play, not optional. Just make Colosseums rewarding, and they will flock over there if there's no invading system, or they'll just complain like the little bitches they are, just like the creators from software
I
themselves.
I got used to L3 being sprint.
Because we were complaining about them not having a good character creator since Dark Souls 1, because Dark Souls 1's his ass too. Dark Souls 2 is good. Bloodborne's is okay. Demon Souls Remake is the best one they've got, and they didn't even do it. So they just handed us preset characters that look good. Problem is, they won't put that much effort into their character presets, like, you see in the character creator. They don't have a good base in the character creator, that's the problem. That, and they don't have presets for you to select, like, what type of nose you want. Now, they have bone structure that changes your entire face, including your nose, which is cartilage, not bone.
Yeah, why is a cartilage bone
And your lips for some reason. That's not bone structure. And your eyelids is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is supposed to be farewell, not a bitching about every little detail, but still.
Where did you go?
The community tells me to get good whenever the developers themselves don't want to follow that advice. That's the point I was getting at. But the reason I'm leaving these games, assuming the next one flops in terms of creativity and is just another challenge fest, is because there's been a slight decline in creativity since Dark Souls 3. I mean, for fuck's sake, somebody else did the world building for them for Elden Ring. As while most people would just see that as a collab, From Software sees that as oh, well, this will make it easier for us, so let's just, take advantage of him and use his world instead of one of our own.
Could you help us out, Carrie?
Meanwhile, Night Rain, which has like zero Miyazaki influence, is probably way fucking better in terms of combat and RNG, minus the fact that why did we give the Fortnite Storm, timer at 10 minutes? You know how long Fortnite matches last? An hour. Always. Sometimes it's 45 minutes if it goes by quick, but that's it. I don't mind their boss lineup. I would take base Elden Ring's boss lineup over, not Shadow of the Erdtree. Obviously, I would take it over Shadow of the Erdtree. Night Rain,
damn.
yeah. I just love how much iframes they give the enemy while they're down and getting backstabbed. How much iframes you have? Oh, longer than 5 seconds. Possibly just 5 seconds. But still long enough for the player to sit there and be like, alright, I'll wait. I'll wait for you, even though you don't wait for me. Again, that kind of leads into the whole, oh, if you don't play fair, I won't play fair type thing. If you don't wait for me to, heal and shit, I'm just gonna bring my friends to distract you so I can heal. Oh, I thought that was an invader again. No, it's just someone in the group has become Elden Lord.
They really need to make the invader message like a different color at least.
Red with black text.
Yeah. Crazy thing, I was thinking of the same thing. Maybe make the red bar dripping with blood. Actually, that would fit with Bloodborne.
Yeah, it would. But again, like, at least Bloodborne has a mechanic that's like, oh, well, I mean, you kill the bell ringer, you can't get invaded. She's the reason you're getting invaded. Elden Ring is, well, you wanted a friendship, you know, travel across the lands D&D style with your friends. Nah, you get invaded. Some idiot knows your location, knows where your party's at, and wants you dead for some reason.
Yeah. And to be honest, I don't think I'll ever get tired of going through Chalice dungeons with you and Trout, to be honest.
And it's not even about the Chalice dungeons themselves either.
Yeah.
It's about the wonder of experiencing something new around every corner. Like, ooh, what am I gonna find in this room?
I saw these tombstones, I was like, oh, I could do the jump.
Right, it's not Night Rain. Parkour in these games.
So what was the purpose of these in the original?
I don't know, Carrie.
Who was buried in there?
That's a good question. There's so many improvements Night Rain has that they did not get. This being one of them.
Yeah.
The Night Bear can do it, why can't we?
So I'm guessing this is your last time.
Lore.
So is this your last time playing just Night Rain?
No, I'm still gonna play Night Rain occasionally, but I do need a break from it. That's the one main reason I'm on Elden Ring and not Night Rain, is because I don't want to deal with, oh, the storm's closing in, you'd better run. Like, bitch, I just want to relax. That's the main reason I don't like invaders. Bitch, I just want to relax.
I hope it wasn't your last time playing all Souls games, because let's be honest, there's going to be times where I love to play Bloodborne.
I mean,
it's more fun with friends.
I'm probably not gonna touch Dark Souls 1 unless the feeling
I understand.
No, listen. The only reason I'd get back into Dark Souls 1 is so that I can say that I beat it at least once. Because the only reason I haven't beaten it is because the part I'm at is just so goddamn unfinished. It's just
Which area are you at?
Lost Isles.
That area is unfinished. Everyone says it is. I believe so. It looks fucking undone.
The main reason I say that is, oh, this looks like a place to progress, and nope. Another reason is, I don't want to fuck up Solaire's quest line either.
Ow.
Because I don't want him to basically perish. I was about to say 24 damage. What the fuck is this? I don't mind them having like a buffer game to improve their skills, you know, like Bloodborne or Dark Souls 2. But like, when your main games are Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 3, and fucking Elden Ring, I almost said Dark Souls 4. It just tells you enough, or tells me enough about how they don't want to include a lot of these improvements. They just want to sit back and, nah, I think we'll play it safe. People will still like us even though our next game is exactly the same as the previous one. Just with a jump button and Ashes of War instead of an infusion system. Making the blacksmith more useless than he used to be.
Yeah.
Oh, that vomit is fucking explosive. I don't mind vomit dealing damage, but does it have to explode?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, when we get Demon Souls, you know I'm gonna be on that shit for hours.
Oh yeah, I want you to stream all your Demon Souls.
I will. Ow.
Even when you're not having a good day, I just want you to stream it. Alright, so how you fight these guys is you take their limbs off first. Then you boop him in the snoot. See, these enemies are very good at being like, oh, I can identify a weakness, take advantage of said weakness, and then lay waste to the fucker.
Yeah.
There's so many things wrong about later game and especially DLC enemies that's just like, oh, well, it doesn't have a weakness. You just have to get good. Or the furnace golems that are just like, well, I have a weakness, but good luck finding a high place that's safe enough to actually throw a pot at me. Oh, he's back.
The same fucking guy. Ah, man.
There he is. Watch him have brought fucking communion incantations. If you got a hatchet, be careful.
I got used to night rains. Sprint.
Fucking mosquito. Stupid full health beast. How did I not hit him there? Come on. Nah, full deal. Coward. Coward. Coward.
You know what? Fuck you too.
Funk,
Where did you
bitch.
go?
Right here. Please jump off, bitch.
There you go. I got used to night rains where you can see the name from miles away.
Fuck you. Rage quit, bitch. Uninstall. Your fucking ass. How about you just quit invading, actually? Yeah, actually build some skill instead of trying to prey on others because you want another fucking rune arc.
Which
Do you even get a rune arc for invading? Do you just get a fucking pearl calling finger remedy?
which
and a
you
middle
can
finger?
make. You can
On
make
God.
with the earthly flowers.
Like, if you get a rune arc, fine, it's just Dark Souls 3 again. But if not, like... Also, bro's gonna invade us again, but I'm at full heals. We're just gonna kick his ass again. Yeah, some well-placed fucking charge fourths, you know?
Yeah.
That's how I kicked his ass is, I caught onto his pattern, I just waited for him to pull his arm back, parried his ass, you threw a fucking spear in his face, then I visceral his ass. If you had kept using Mesmer's Assault after you did it while he was down, you would roll caught his ass twice. My god, can I just continue my fucking combo?
Imagine these Radon swords having the moveset of the dual swords in Neo 2. That's super fast.
But hey, gravity magic would... Like, that's the thing. They have gravity magic. Radon can do tornadoes midair, but somehow those swords are still heavy.
Yeah.
And why not, you can't just use the gravity magic and turn it into, like, dual straight swords or curved swords or some shit?
I know what swords to use for an invasion.
I'm trying to vault in a game that doesn't have it. Carrie, I'm going insane.
After Demon Souls, they were like...
I've been introduced to quality of life changes, and I can't go back to the old ways. But again, you imagine Elden Ring, but with Night Rain's parkour and
That would be
sprinting
nice.
speed, with torrents. That is like the invader's no more dangerous than a fucking mosquito. I swear to God. A little bugger. Yeah, I might just start applying for jobs myself, cause mom lying for me to make me look better than I am, I don't like. I'll tell you why, because I like telling the truth. Obviously, my mom is looking out for me because she knows these companies are looking for people that aren't traumatized by their own childhoods or anything like that. Also, I like how he pulled out a hatchet, but never used it. I was like, the fuck
Whoopsies.
is the... You know, it's not Night
Forgot.
Rain, right?
Yeah. Until like that gap was shown, I was like, how did you get over there?
Yeah, just walk, bro.
It didn't click in my brain that you walked around.
Yeah.
Because
Night Rain.
Night Rain, you can see the player's name across the
Oh,
fucking
also,
room.
the negated fall damage in an open world setting would be so fun. Just let us take our own path, or
Yeah, if you're
introduce a
gonna make
climbing.
everything cliffs.
Well, not only that, but if you're gonna make everything cliffs, why not give us a climb and not just a half-assed one either? I mean, like Shadow of the Colossus or God of War or Tomb Raider, like something, man. Come on. Or Assassin's Creed, where you're going from like rock in the wall to rock in the wall, you know? Also, I like how this guy is so determined to kill us with his fucking ball fists. So somehow that's his best weapon. Even though I'm sure if he wanted to, he could pull out a great lance and start roll catching people, but he doesn't want to do that. Like you saw me roll catching him with Charge Force.
Yeah.
It's abilities like that I kind of hate in PvP. Like I know I used it, but at the same time, I don't like it due to the fact that it lasts longer than your iframes, and the tracking is so good you can't just roll to the right or left. Like you might be able to roll at the right time, left or right, but like it takes so much more effort than just parrying the fucking thing. I guess that's why it's not nerfed or anything, because you can parry it, but at the same time, it's just like, yeah, well. Oh, you know what? I have Torrent. I should probably use him. That's the wrong button. I did. I equip him on up. What does my brain do? It uses the old muscle memory and goes right. You're signing down back at gate front?
Yeah.
Yeah, while I was fighting the tree sentinel, I was basically saying this fight's like after going through Night Rain and Shadow of the Erd Tree, which I feel like is an uninspired title ripped off of Shadow of the Colossus. Just saying, because there's no Erd Tree in that fucking DLC. I'm just saying. But it's the Shadow of the Erd Tree. Just call it the Shadow Realm. I mean, fuck.
Yeah.
Because Shadow of the Erd Tree just sounds like Shadow of the Colossus. Because that game is entirely centered around standing up to and defeating these Colossus to save your loved one. Not, you're in the Shadow Realms where the Erd Tree has no influence besides the Golden Order. Which I don't mind, just don't call it Shadow of if it's not about the thing. A little late on that one. Yeah, I bet you bro didn't expect me to have them Demon Souls parry times. Fucking got that ball and chain shit out of my face. Or not chain, but you know, got that fucking bleed balls out of my face. Stabbed him right in the dick. Damn. I should not have time for 2 full charged heavies before you're done with your fucking getting off the damn floor animation. That has iframes where mine doesn't. Again, thought that was the getting invaded message.
Got used to night rain stuff. You can hit them while they're on the ground.
Yeah, I know. Again, a lot of quality of life improvements that they could have added to Elden Ring that didn't entirely change the game. Like, vaulting would be nice, but we don't need it. Never mind, we need it. But, like, just being able to hit enemies while they're being stabbed or grabbed or doing the grabbing, like, it would help a lot. But did they make any changes to base game after releasing Night Rain? No, they did not. Well, it's not a DLC, so I don't know why you were expecting anything, because it's got Elden Ring in the title. At least be like, oh, hey, we got positive reviews on this stuff, let's add it to the base game. Not, oh, well, it's the next game, technically, so we're abandoning the base game. That's what it feels like. It feels like they've just abandoned this thing. Or have a different team working on the next DLC in the background, which is hopefully not the same team that they used in Shadow of the Erdtree. Because if so, I'm gonna be upset. I don't want...
Shadow of the Erdtree was so disappointing.
I don't want... Oh, there's this giant-ish map that's like an Altus Plateau-sized DLC that's got like 15 different fucking areas variation in it with 0 transition. You just go through a cave because we didn't feel like making like conflicting foliage or anything like that. No. Get back here, you little shit. Like I'm not my fucking Nightfarer to catch up to your ass in a split second. And like, they don't have to remove the crouch button in a future Souls game either. They just fucking, oh yeah. There's what I was talking about in the video. Tree Sentinel having 2 collision, or, you know, target points. The horse and the Tree Sentinel. But for some reason, Tree Sentinel doesn't have a fucking, lock on for his horse. So you're just, if you're stabbing, you're just left stabbing in the air if you have a sword. Get back here, you. Also, the bow improvements from Iron Eye and Duchess should be permanent. I'm just saying. It's being able to shoot the bow faster while also, god damn. But being able to shoot the bow faster while walking and dodging would be just a huge fucking improvement. Also, I like how the legendary weapons in Night Rain actually feel like legendary weapons and aren't just, well, it's legendary because it dropped from a boss.
I was expecting like that little blue thing that pops up after you kill a boss in Night Rain. I was like, where's the thing? Oh yeah, right. I wish open world bosses didn't count as objective completed. I wish they just had
I don't
to go
mind.
Night Rain had.
Because then it sends the invader home.
I mean, yeah.
But it should really just have like a ring of gold around the boss arena that if... Not boss arena, but boss area, that if the host steps through, all invaders are banished. Like, a giant gold ring would really help those of us trying to actually fight the boss and not the invader at the exact same time, getting
Yeah, that's what I thought it would have. So I got invaded fighting an open world boss and I got killed by an invader. I'm like, oh.
Like, you're fighting a really hard dragon that deals frost damage and screams just do fucking chip damage on their chip damage.
Yeah.
Through your guard. And you're just expected to deal with an invader at the same time? Excuse me. But you try going through this shit. Oh, it's hard. Yeah, it's fucking hard. Way too damn hard. Oh, that's what we want it to be. Stop trying to be Guts. You're not Guts. Guts is a fucking anime. Shonen, basically. This is get through the challenge, basically. Yeah, you're supposed to be climbing a ladder until you reach the top, where you're finally Elden Lord. Not, oh, well, this is supposed to be really hard because game mechanics. You want to know game mechanics? Watch God of War Ragnarok, the game that lost to you because of the sheer amount of votes that people just threw at Elden Ring because they like Dark Souls. Not because they actually weighed God of War Ragnarok and Elden Ring and were like, yeah, I choose Elden Ring. I think it's better overall. Because if they had actually played God of War Ragnarok, they would have voted for it. Yes, I'm still upset about that, because I was initially excited about Elden Ring winning, because, From Software Game 1. But now that Shadow of the Erdtree came out, and which is worse than base game, which I will always rank them separate, because they're not the same experience. And then Night Rain coming out, showing us how Elden Ring could be better. Just kind of shifted that win that Elden Ring got to disappointment, because I see how much God of War Ragnarok did that Elden Ring just kind of didn't do. I get if you compare it from like, oh, we'll compare it from its previous game, like God of War Ragnarok ain't that much different than its original, minus, a lot of new boss mechanics and stuff. But if you look at Elden Ring and Dark Souls 3, you kind of see the same thing. They didn't do a whole lot much different besides maybe boss lineup and giant areas as opposed to small areas. Even then, they kept some of the small areas. Look at Farum Azula. That could be Lothric Castle size, for fuck's sake, for all I know. I know it's a little bit bigger, but most of it's running. Like the bridge to Malekith takes up a good quarter of the map. There's nothing on it but a draconic tree sentinel. You know what they should have done? Instead of making the rocks drop off into a tornado that you rest in front of to go to the past, not sure how the fuck that works, they should have made the elevator have an elevator underneath of it. Then you go down that elevator where there's this giant-ass room that kind of looks like a tomb that has the draconic tree sentinel in it and a fog wall. You go through the fog wall, it's Plasudasax's arena. How much more sense would that have made than just dropping on rocks because we don't have time?
Yeah.
Like, I'm a normal-ass person who hasn't even taken college classes for this shit yet, thinking about this shit. And it's not wild imagination either. They've done it before, not necessarily the whole boss under the elevator thing, but look at Lothric Castle as an example. The shortcut elevator to the Twin Princes has a Titanite slab below it, because there's another elevator down there. Bloodborne, DLC, did the same thing. There was a whole church cannon down there.
Yep.
It ain't new news, it's old news. They've been doing this shit every game, that they couldn't do it for Elden Ring. Oh, we did it for the Catacombs. Yeah, maybe you spent a little too much time on the Catacombs. If you were running out of time for the main game. Maybe you should have done the main game first, and then did all the side content. Why are there 2 Red Wolves of Radagon? How many wolves did he have? There's actually 3. There's 1 underground.
Yep.
So did bro have 3 wolves, or are we just copy-pasting bosses? And then posting later in the lore that somebody pointed it out. Oh yeah, well he had 3 wolves. Okay. What did they do together? Why do they know magic instead of holy incantations? Or was this a Radagon that was in the academy? And if so, then why does Radagon not know magic? Like, there's so many holes. There's so many holes. But even which, these holes could have been avoided had they just focused on the main content first and then did side content. Like, if you dedicate your team to the main part first, instead of dividing an already divided team, because I know they divide their teams and don't just have 5 teams. Because how do you have a team for Duskbloods, a team for Sekiro, a team for Dark Souls 3 DLCs and Dark Souls 3, and a team for Elden Ring, and a team for Elden Ring Night Rain, and a team for the Shadow of the Erdtree, which is just a skeleton crew at this point. Stop dividing your goddamn team. The reason I brought up games from 2016 and above is because they usually take 5 years to develop a game, and it's not even 2026 yet, so that's why I brought up Dark Souls 3. So I didn't bring up Bloodborne, is because Bloodborne's probably the same people that worked on Demon Souls Remake, which I didn't even mention that. They have a team for Demon Souls Remake, which is probably the same team Bloodborne, for Bloodborne. Which is most likely why I didn't bring them up, because they were from Bloodborne and worked on Demon Souls Remake. And who knows, maybe they're the same team that worked on Night Rain. Like, if I give them benefit of the doubt, they have 3 teams. But again, they were working on Elden Ring the same time they were working on Sekiro, and the same time they were working on Dark Souls 3 DLCs. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure they were working on Elden Ring the same time they were working on Dark Souls 3. I don't remember when its development started, but it ended in 2022, where then they just left most of the guys, or took most of the guys over to Night Rain, probably, and left what was left to do the DLC, instead of, I don't know, giving them more resources, or at least a direction to take, and not just, Mesmer, and Mikola. Throw Radon in there, too, because people want to see him in his prime. Alright, I'm off. Like, because there's so many elements from the DLC that are in base game. Sorry, I'm not summoning you. I'm just sitting down at the Grace talking, because I need to get these thoughts out of my head.
Yeah.
There's so many elements in the DLC that are in base game. Like, why is Scarlet Rot in the DLC? Why is Madness in the DLC? Because they're in base game, that's why. Because we could have just had the Dragon area, and then Limveiled, or not Limveiled, fucking Scadu Altis, I'm gonna call it. That includes like the starter area and whatnot. And then the city. That's all we needed. Those 3 areas, just make them bigger. Because if you had Scadu Altis around the city, similar to Lendale, and the city in Lendale, or, I forget what non-English name they used for the city in the DLC, but I'm not even going to try to pronounce it on memory. But they could have had that similar to Lendale in terms of positioning to Scadu Altis, and then instead of a giant moat, they just have more city. And of course, it'd be fine to do the whole it's shrouded, and you need to go burn this thing at a place to reveal it, or do whatever. It'd be interesting to make Mesmer the reason why it's shrouded, and that's why he's a mid-game boss, is because he's in your way. Not, he's just a boss. Okay. Hornsent hates him. We kill him for Hornsent's sake, but aren't we supposed to be looking for Mikola? That's the thing they do. They try to focus on too many things at once and expect you to keep track of it. Like Collier, Hornsent, Morn, Lida, the martial arts guy I don't remember the name of. Like, you have so many NPCs, but you cram them all in a linear path. And then when you get to Radon, because all your friends are running through the game and you're trying to keep up with them, you get the bad ending. Okay, yeah, punish me because I wanted to help my friends out. Yeah, that makes sense. Because you guys have been doing that since Dark Souls 1. Because Demon Souls, you can literally do the NPC quest lines after you've killed Old King a lot. Or, False King a lot. I've killed False King a lot, done the Witch's quest, I've done Vinland's sister's quest, I've done Ostrava's quest. I usually do Ostrava's quest anyway because he gives you some good stuff like Dark Moon Grass or something. I did what's his face's quest. I think I just did that one after Penetrator though. I didn't quite free him till after Penetrator, which I probably should have beforehand, but regardless, there's so many Demon Souls NPCs that you can do their quest lines after you've killed the final boss. That's not the weaker one, that's the true guy. But, Demon Souls is a great fucking example of, if the player wants to have a frenzy rush of, holy shit, I can do this back to back, this is amazing, this is, if you want them to have an adrenaline rush, a dopamine chain, whatever. Let them have their dopamine chain, and then don't punish them for having the dopamine chain. Put the NPCs in a position where they're not tied to the main boss, besides maybe one or two. Say Mikola were in base game or something, and then his mission was to get to the Shadow Realm, and in turn, if you kill Mog before then, it fucks up his quest line, and he can no longer do that. Or you find out he ended up doing it on his own because you took too long. They don't all need to end in death just because you progress through the main story. I mean, shit, that's one of the reasons why I like Cirrus's quest line in Dark Souls 3. I didn't have to do it immediately. I could literally wait until Twin Princes to do it. Because usually on the new game cycle I'm on, it takes me a while to get there. And then, Siegward's quest, you can basically put it aside until you get to the Profane Capital, I think. Or maybe not, I don't remember, but, you don't actually have to interact with him. I mean, you have to interact with him the first time, of course, to trigger the quest. I don't think you have to interact with him in Irithyll or the place before that. I forget if there's a place before Irithyll. Regardless, Dark Souls 3 is even better aligned with the NPCs in than the DLC for Elden Ring. Even Elden Ring itself has Millicent and Radorica. You could do their quest lines at any time because they're not tied to the main bosses. Dark Souls 1 is you kill Centipede Demon, so Lair somehow finds a way to die. Oh, okay, thanks. Because somehow between Centipede Demon and Beta Chaos, there's a trigger you step over, which is most likely opening the fucking shortcut door or some shit. That kills Solaire. That's like saying, in Profaned Capital, if you find, or not Profaned Capital, but the the area before that, Irithyll Dungeon. If you go down to the giant area, go up that elevator and open that door, the witch kills herself or some shit. Like, what the fuck? Because it's NPCs like them. The witches, which are usually, well, I know they're at least in Dark Souls or Demon Souls and Dark Souls 3. They basically hang around so they can teach you dark magic, and the game doesn't kill them because they teach you dark magic. And then you have Osiris and Ostrava, a Lenegrass. Not Lenegrass. What's the guy with the moonlight sword?
Oh, I forgot his name. Yeah,
That guy.
I know who you're talking about. It's just I don't remember his name. Hold on.
I don't know if he's like the knight character in Dark Souls 2 that you just can do almost whenever. And then Dark Souls 1, you have Siegmeyer and I wish Solaire, but honestly, if you just don't fuck up that one part, then yeah, Solaire. And by fuck up, I mean if you aren't ignorant like me and don't know what the fuck to do. But again, like, the DLC is just like, oh, you killed the fucking golden hippopotamus? Yeah, somebody died. Lita brainwashed everybody while you were killing Mesmer. Like, bro, what?
So the guy in Dark Souls 2 is Benhart of Jungo? Jogo. Jugo.
Hugo. The J is at H. Because Spain.
Oh, okay.
Just like Hakim in Final Fantasy 11.
Yeah.
Or Jesus.
Yeah.
Even though it's spelled Jesus. But regardless, it's Jesus, or Jesus, because that's their language, that's how they pronounce it. But regardless, even if you take away the DLC NPC's problem, there's still the Lita is in the main cast of bosses. And if you don't take your time to find every single NPC, exhaust their dialogue, bring them a fucking mushroom or some shit, and then find them in another area, make sure all their tasks are done, then you go kill Romina, Saints of the Buds, then you can fight alongside them. But if not, they're just all dead. Yeah, we're in the city now. It's louder here. But at least it's not like every hour on the hour, so it is what it is. But back to Elden Ring's base game, the reason I like Limgrave and I like, I want to say Altus Plateau and Caelid, but they're honestly too divided up to really give me the same like. Like, I like Limgrave because it feels like an open field. You can go wherever. If there's like a cliff or something, there's usually a way down to the beach. Like, it feels realistic in how the land was shaped. In Caelid, it's divided in half, for fuck's sake. Somehow somebody erected a giant firewall around the entire place, going through Dragon Barrow somehow. That only really shows up when it wants to. And then, you have the whole cliche castle on the cliff shit with, was it Redmane Castle? Where Radahn's festival's being held?
I think so.
Which, they also have another castle on a cliff, although this one's more of a mausoleum on a cliff, up north, where Garank is waiting for you to be fed fucking Deathroot, which that's just a side area. And the reason I say Caelid's divided in half is because well, if you're going down to Redmane Castle or doing like the Swamp of Aeonia, you don't exactly get to where Garunk is unless you go through Dragon Barrow. Dragon Barrow cutting Caelid in half kind of fucking ruins it. All because they wanted to put a multiplayer barrier in there. But you're supposed to do it after because of the Divine Tower of Caelid. Okay, cool. I guess I'll do it after. Like, the fact you have to do Altus before Caelid kind of ticks me off too, because there's making sure you're strong enough, and then there's not giving you the creative or the open world freedom that you think you have. Because why would souls need to want to hold your hand? They said this game wasn't going to hold your hand, and they hold your
Yeah.
hand by not letting you fight Radon until you get to Altus Plateau. Meaning you at least have 2 great runes. Or both halves of the medallion. Or you kill the Magma Worm and get the Scale Sword. Like, and by that point, if you don't already know about the prerequisites to Radon's fight, you kind of just miss it. Until you come back later to see if there's any NPC shit you have left to do. And then, oh shit, Radon. What the fuck? It's a little, iffy, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Just let us fight Radon that early. Like, you don't need there to be a boss fight in the castle, despite the fact there's going to be a festival held there already. Like, what happens to the bosses when the festival's called upon? Are they just dismissed? They can just go now? Like, who's giving the command? The guy in the fucking clown outfit? Like, Jester, sorry, whatever. Clowns came from jesters, so
The
I'm not
boss in the
insulting him.
castle. Is that before Radon's fight or after?
Is before. It's the reused misbegotten Lionel with the Crucible Knight.
Yeah, I thought that was after Radon. Okay.
Nope, it's before. Because if you go there before you get to Altus, it's that fight. And then after Altus, it's Radon.
Okay.
Because there is fighting Radon, then fighting them. Because if you make it to Altus, come back, then the Radon festival's going on. Okay, so I guess the other 2 were just told to fuck off. But, other than that, I don't mind Caelid all that much. I kind of wish they'd just, like, close in some of the gaps so that it's more of an open field than just, oh, that's an open field, and there's, like, a few craters and ravines here, even though it feels a little unnatural, like the land is splitting, even though there's no sign of an earthquake. Well, how do you know how an earthquake would split the land? Oh, I don't know. There'd be a giant fucking gap in it, still lava, you know? Where water would fill in and solidify it, and you'd have a river.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if there was earthquakes, knowing how many cliffs are in this game.
Well, the thing is, though, like, the cliffs are from erosion. We know this. And, hang on, let me mute real quick. I'll get back to it, but if there's anything you want to talk about, be my guest. I'm also going to use the bathroom. I am live streaming though, so just don't say anything you wouldn't want the public to hear. Alright, where was I? Oh yeah. Basically saying what I would fix about the two areas in the base game that I would like, despite a few problems. Altus Plateau, I'd say, is a little small in my opinion, but that's mainly due to the city taking up half of it and not being able to explore all of it. Because instead of making the city, they just put water there. Like, what's
Yeah.
the water doing? If there's a side entrance, sure, it's guarded, but if that guy falls, they're in the castle. The moat is pointless. Huh. Okay. But, yeah, I was saying Altus Plateau, I would like it more if it were bigger. Even if you just expand, like, the north part of it more, I wouldn't mind. Move the Halig tree a little bit more. Or, I don't know, put the Halig tree in Altus Plateau. I don't fucking care. You start from the base and go up. Or maybe the branches are like a side area. Like, regardless, though, like, don't put it in the middle of an ocean. Doesn't make any sense. It's a goddamn tree. It's gonna be drowned. And then, if their excuse is, oh, there was land there, and then it all went into the sea because of the tree. I don't know if you know this, but tree roots actually fortify the ground, keeping it from turning into a landslide. So that's incorrect fucking anatomy for a tree. Especially a tree as big as that one. That piece of land ain't going anywhere unless it gets flooded. And like, but yeah, if they had made Lendale bigger, I'd have loved that. Because I do like Lendale. It's decent. It's just not quite sparking the whole, this is the Golden City. It feels more like this is a rich town full of people who have quartz and gold houses. That's all fucking dusty and fucking abandoned and shit. Like, if I had a lot of NPCs in Lendale and then like back alleys where you had enemies and shit, I wouldn't mind. No, it's just another Anno Orlando where it's been abandoned and everyone that has ever been seen is gone. Like, bitch, please. We've been through this how many fucking times? You can't just make one city that's normal, but, still has your enemies in places you'd probably expect them. I mean, shit, you have a whole sub-sewer, for fuck's sake. And instead of having us fight Morgoth, and then go down into the sewers to get the Medallion of Rold, which is being guarded by Moog, or at least, his apparition or whatever. Just have Melina give it to you, even though it's supposed to be a key item you're supposed to go out and earn. Sorry if I'm a little old school with the RPG shit, but like, in an RPG, you have to go out and earn the fucking key item, not just, oh, it's handed to you after the boss fight. That's mandatory. If it's like a new spell or some shit, I don't care. Like, that's like a reward for killing the boss. Not, oh, here's a key item that we just give to you because we didn't have time to make a dungeon for this thing. We have to go find both halves of the Halig Tree Medallion, and before that, we have to go find both halves of the Dectus Medallion. So why not do the same for the Rolled Medallion? Or if it is in one piece, just have it where Mog is, instead of, oh, that's where the three fingers are, even though Mog has nothing to do with the three fingers. Why the three fingers are past a place where Mog's apparition is being held, I don't know. My idea was that Mog found the Blood Mother down there, and then I saw the fucking three fingers. I'm like, oh, okay, we're just putting these guys here because. Not, the Madness Tower is actually bigger and a Madness Village, and then there's like a fucking basement to the main tower area in the Madness area where you see the ice out. And then the basement leads to a giant catacomb, not a crypt. Fucking catacomb. You explore through, you fight the main boss there, go down an elevator, boom, three fingers. That would have made more sense, putting it there, not in the Lendale sewers. Because how did Vike get to it if Mog is guarding it? Well, he was there before Mog. How old is Vike then? But, like, even then, if you were to compare the main game areas to the DLC areas, there's way more to explore in the main game areas than the DLC. The DLC is giant open area you run through to get to a boss, or a small little collection of houses that are dilapidated and run down that have a bunch of enemies in it that you just grab the items from the corpses. And then you have, like, more bosses out in the world somewhere, and then, like, this Moonrithil night in the middle of fucking nowhere for no reason. At least the place where Rolana is like, oh, we're under siege from Mesmer soldiers, let's defend ourselves. And instead of aligning yourself with them, helping them fight the Mesmer soldiers, she just wants to kill you too, because, I don't know, she's insane or some shit. Not, let's make the player have some morale choices to make. You know, side with the Mesmer soldiers and gain Mesmer's favor, or side with Rolana's soldiers to gain her favor. I mean, shit. Be nice if she were an actual NPC you talk to. And then the only way to access her boss fight would be to side with Mesmer. And then they could play into the whole Hornsent quest line, make it longer, not just, oh, just talk to Hornsent, go kill Mesmer, and now he's dead. It's a 3-step quest, for fuck's sake. Oh, but it's longer. Okay, then give me a fucking detailed guide on what to do. It shouldn't be like Final Fantasy XI, though. If your game is as misdirecting as a game from 2002 before they had the fucking technology to guide you properly because of storage space, then you're doing something fucking wrong. Because the only other game I have that feels like that is Dark Souls 1. I don't know where the fuck to go without fucking everything up. Because there's this NPC whose life's at stake that I don't want to move forward if it kills him because I stepped over a brick. You know? Like saying in Elder Scrolls Online, you're in a quest with fucking Cadwell, you step on the wrong pressure plate and he's fucking dead. No arrow trap, he just falls over. Like, I don't want that to fucking happen to him. Cadwell. No. I'm saying, imagine you're going through a quest line with Cadwell in it, you step on the wrong brick and he dies out of nowhere. That's how From Software made Solaire's questline in Dark Souls 1. You open the wrong door, he's... The next boss you kill, he's dead. Yeah. And somehow people say that's the best game out of all the fucking series. Please. We're not talking about that today. We're talking about Elden Ring. Like I said earlier, if they had narrowed down... Also, Carrie, can you hear me over the stuff outside?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure, because it's very fucking noisy out there. Okay. Yeah, let me do that real quick. Alright, so, like I said earlier, though, if you were to just remove half of the DLC areas that are, like, so damn small, it's not even really feels like it's even there. Like, Cerulean Coast, it's tiny, and you get demi-humans, these guys from the base game that live in the fucking catacombs that are actually crypts, and then, some fucking crabs you can't even access because they're trolling you with them. And then a demi-human queen that drops a sword. Oh, but there's a demi-human swordsman there too. That's DLC exclusive. Yeah, I already fought him in a cave earlier. And then there's the Crimson Coast, also tiny. Has a Deathrite bird in it for some reason. And then you have the Dragon Communion there. Oh, and there's a giant dead dragon too. I guess there's that. And then you have, on the opposite side, you have what was it, the Shaded Woods or some shit? The Madness area?
That Abyssal Woods.
Yeah, Abyssal Woods. Even though it should be Madness themed, or whatever, I didn't make it, but still. Fucking annoys the shit out of me. Like, the Cursed Woods would have fucking worked, too. Like, what the fuck? Regardless, that's a giant empty fucking area with Madness rats and the fucking Winter Lantern wannabes that just give you madness instead of frenzy.
The Winter Lanterns were more scary.
Yeah, they fucking were. It's
Those
either
actual
parry them
eyes, like,
perfectly,
moving, pulsating, and blinking, like, Jesus.
and then they're off-tune singing and shit.
Yeah. And all these things that just run at you and drain your health.
Yeah, run at you, throw a fucking finger projectile at you like this is Demon Souls and Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne.
That's be like a Dragon Ball. An inspiration.
What, the finger beam? Dodon, right. Except that one does damage, it doesn't just
like
paralyze
shooting a
you.
fucking key blast at you.
Regardless, though, like, they just took that from Bloodborne and Demon Souls, mainly. Just shoot a projectile at you to paralyze you so that I can grab you. They haven't even involved it either. It's just a fucking same projectile. Bloodborne at least involved it. They had like a giant AoE around their feet that if you were too greedy and got too close, it punished you. Otherwise, you could just dodge the projectile. These guys, oh, they're invincible until you parry them. For some reason, that breaks their guards. Crystallions were more fucking involved than that. You fucking break their outer shell, and now they're easy to shatter. These immortals, or whatever the fuck they're called.
The aging untouchables.
Yeah, those guys. Aged in fucking... Bruh. Just call them the invincible old men, why don't you? But, the boss to get there is so fucking lame. He's just another spirit snail that has attacks now. Also, just to put the Godskin duo there that are spirits. Fuck me. Well, they didn't do that, but still, you might as well have. But it would have been the same fucking difficulty. Minus the second one's always there. And then, we've got the Ruins of Ra. Also small. But part of, like, Scadu, Altus, I don't, like, okay, so, instead of criticizing every little area, I'm just gonna say the areas that should have stayed. Scadu, Altus. And then, what's the dragon area called? The fucking...
Dragon's Pit.
Yeah, call a mountain a pit because you can. Got it. Okay. Not Bale's Mountain or some shit. Nah, Dragon's Armpit.
Why not call it like Bale's like cave or some shit?
Lair of Bale. I mean, fuck. We could go on
Bale's
for
lair.
hours. Or Dragon's Warground. Again, we could go on for hours. Sorry. The reason I said that one is because there's a bunch of drakes fighting each other, and then there's an ancient dragon there, and then you have the main guy himself, Bale, who doesn't resemble any kind of fucking dragon.
I was sitting there waiting for one of the dragons to die. It did die. Drop no runes.
Yeah, it's because you gotta hit it with a throwing knife before it dies. Yeah. We don't want our players to just reap the rewards from another dragon. Yeah. Or, you know, you could do the whole thing where their corpse sits there after they die, and then you rip the dragon heart out and gain the souls. Oh, but that would be too Bloodborne for us. That's too high budget. There's a reason the PS4 could barely run Bloodborne. We had to lock it 30 FPS to keep it from crashing all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, but we're not going to have it be enhanced by the PS5. No. We're just going to neglect it entirely. Because we don't want to pay any attention to a game made by a dead studio.
Yeah, they said fuck it.
Like, everyone's shitting on Sony. Why isn't Sony doing this? All the Dark Souls games are there. Well, guess who owns Dark Souls? Bandai Namco. And then, y'all blaming Sony, even though God of War and whatnot are on PC. It's not Sony, fucking From Software.
Like Miyazaki said, I'm not opposed to it. I'm like, then what's stopping
What's stopping you? Your publishers?
Because if so, get new publishers. You're the president of the company. What's stopping you?
Well, he's the president from Software, not the publishers.
I know.
But yeah, like... Yeah, it's a shit show. It's a fucking shit show. Yep. Yeah. Like we said, shit show. But even dismissing all that shit, back to Elden Ring. I enjoyed a lot of the base game bosses. Tree Sentinel's fairly easy enough for me to, like, if I make a few mistakes, I'm not dead on the spot. I can actually regroup and heal and then go back into the fight. Or, like, just let him charge at me, then heal while he's recovering from his attack. Like, Tree Sentinel's balanced. Margit could use a bit less dramatic anime bullshit, but other than that, he's fine. Morgott's fucking awesome. Renala is Renala is alright. She's just... It feels like they were trying to go for something new and just, like, left one person to it, or, like, a handful of people to it, while they went and did something else. Godric was okay. I feel like they could have expanded his moveset a lot more. Like, most of the Elden Ring bosses, I'm like, you could have expanded their moveset a lot more. Tree Sentinel feels more involved than Godric. And Morgott was just... Morgott's the peak boss of the game. He just doesn't have enough health to last very long. Godfrey is annoying, but he's also posts Mountaintops. Because Mountaintops is basically where the budget started to fucking run dry. Which is why Farum Azula is so damn small. And Halig Tree. At least Halig Tree is a little bit bigger. It's got the rooftop. And then the brace. But, like... Even then... Like, the base game at least has Limgrave, Lendale, or by Lendale I mean Altus, Volcano Manor, which, again, could have been bigger if they had just included the side area. But no, they wanted to split it because, oh no! Oh no, the bridge is out. Whatever will we do? Like, bro, I can just jump over the gap. What the fuck? Y'all are dividing the shit for no reason. And then, they could have made the land around the volcano bigger, so it's not just a trail you take to get to, Mr. Comet Azur. But besides more exploration and bigger areas, it's really just mainly the early game that shines. Like, even Liurnia, you're mainly just running through vast emptiness to get to the next objective. Oh, but there's lobsters thrown in there. Yeah, they're just thrown in there to make it not feel as empty. Once they're gone, though, it's fucking empty. At least Limgrave had caves and tombs and shit. Liurnia just has a giant open, ankle-deep watered lake. Not a fucking lake. It's just a flooded area. I like how the place that's sinking doesn't have a gap in the middle of it, but the place that's not sinking has more gaps in it than any other area in the fucking game, aka Caelid. Like, Caelid has more ravines and shit than Liurnia, but Liurnia's the one that's being sunken into the fucking cave below it. Regardless, though, if you put more, like, I don't know how the cities are sinking into the land, even though the land is the one sinking. But whatever. Even then, though, like, it's like a pie, but there's no filling. The filling's been taken away because somehow it burned through the pan. Limgrave at least has a filling. And then the Weeping Peninsula, it's alright. It's more of an island than a peninsula because the only thing connecting it to land is a bridge. Like calling Hawaii a peninsula. Yeah, I know. But this game wants to call the Weeping Peninsula a peninsula, despite the fact it's an island with a bridge connecting it. Yeah. Not even a very big bridge either. Just your casual run-of-the-mill bridge that you'd see on the way to the park, basically. But Radon's okay. I just don't know why they kept him with the horse, despite him knowing gravity magic. And, like, why would you take your horse into a battle you know your horse isn't gonna survive? Just tell your soldiers to take your horse away, bid your farewells, then go fight Melania without him. Like, what's the horse fucking doing? You literally have gravity magic. The horse is holding you back. You literally have to bury your horse. Magic. You literally have to bury your horse so he doesn't get hit by your meteor attack, for fuck's sake.
I like how he's using gravity magic so he doesn't break his horse's back, but like you can use it so you're not heavy on your feet. Why do you need to ride a horse?
No, that's not the problem, though. The problem is he's too attached to his horse. And the fact that devs just wanted this fucking comedy bits to be thrown in there. Like, oh, it'd be funny if he was riding a basically dead horse.
like Gaius makes sense because he turned into an Albinauric, so he has no legs.
Seriously, they made Gaius an Albinauric as well?
Yep.
Really? The guy who looks like he has no connection to an Albinauric is an Albinauric?
Yeah, because he's one of Mesmer's friends, I guess, and there's lore about them.
Gaius is Mesmer's friend? I thought he was Radon's general.
You know, I wish they connected the DLC and base game more, because good god.
Tell me about it. Like I said, there's a shit ton of holes. But, I'm also going to be really disappointed if, this audio isn't going through in the stream, but again, we're in the party, so it should count. And, there's so many holes between the DLC and the base game. It's like, oh, Mikkela's evil. Okay, the base game said fucking nothing about Mikkela's actions. Shit, we thought Saint Trina was an alter ego of fucking Mikkela, for fuck's sake. But no, apparently From Software was offended that we did that, even though they basically leave the lore up to the fans to decide. That's why we don't make DLCs. Nah, you could just, I don't know, egg on the fans' imaginations and not just make Saint Trina a footnote because the fans mentioned them. Oh, well, they like Saint Trina. Let's just make them a little Easter egg for the DLC. Because we're not making a second one.
Which wasn't even exciting to find. Because you had to fight an unfinished boss.
It was lackluster. There was no fucking... Like, there was build-up, because Talier was talking about Saint Trina. But the problem is, we wanted Saint Trina and Mikkela to be the same person. Like, even if that's not the direction the developers wanted it to go in the first place, they could have included breadcrumbs for Saint Trina not being part of Marika's family.
Yeah, like, I expected Saint Trina to be, like, somewhat looking like Filianor with, like, it's like this big woman with, like, long hair, you meet her and stuff. Nope, it's just a flower with a human body. I was just like, this is Saint Trina.
The funny thing is, Saint Trina is like that. Romina is the same way, minus Romina's basically been stitched to a centipede scorpion. It's a scorpion with a centipede's head. Who'd have thought? Somehow that exists. And no, it's not in Bloodborne where you're literally hunting your own nightmares. No, it's in Elden Ring where somehow biological catastrophes pass as fucking sentient beings who have culture.
Yep.
Despite them being a beast with a flower person slapped on their back. Oh, but the centipede scorpion's not like a mount or anything. Nah. The flower grew from the scorpion heads. Or some shit. And then making them Scarlet Rot, but Saint Trina is sleep related, just doesn't make any sense.
And like touching her kills you. I don't know why that's in there.
Taldair's questline kind of explains it.
Oh, well, he's probably dead. Because Lita's the fucking psycho.
Healed. Dead. Apparently she's got cooties. But no, what actually happens, which you can't exactly tell because they didn't make models for this shit. She hands you a potion and you drink the potion. Thing is, you're just doing hand gestures the whole time. God knows what the fuck's going on.
And I'm just like, what is my character holding?
Oh, nope, they fell over. Right.
And then my character's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, I kind of feel funny.
The fact you don't get anything for finding her is ridiculous too. It just says that she's an Easter egg.
I didn't even know it was her when I first saw her. I'm like, who the fuck is this? No beautiful, like, celestial being.
Oh, and the fact is, she's not in a church. Nah. Even though the base game, I'm pretty sure she was worshipped as a saint.
She
was worshipped as a saint, for fuck's sake. But nah, she's just a flower underground. Not this revered being who should really have their own church to be at. Like, before I got the DLC, my brain was brainstorming about, you know, all the NPCs and stuff being at, like, this encampment where Mikkela is, like, in disguise, because, you know, Trout got me the armor. I thought Mikkela would be wearing, like, the brush leaf set or something like that.
Yeah.
The set the hand-to-hand guy wears. I thought Mikola wore the brush leaf set or whatever and was like undercover, and then like your main villain would be Mesmer. Nah, your main villain is fucking Mikola, and he's not there for the entire part of the game until you get to the end of the DLC. Because like, if you don't interact with your villain, you don't grow attached to them. There's no interaction with them until the end. Like, oh, okay, I guess I'll kill you.
I just
Bring,
realized it.
huh?
The dancing blade of Rana or whatever, the heavy is just the curved flowing sword. Heavy.
Yeah.
I
What's
didn't
new?
even
They love
realize
reusing
that.
assets.
Why do
And
they
for
keep
some
using
reason,
it?
the Game Awards wants to hand out a fucking award to them if they keep doing it. No, don't egg them on for reusing assets. Nah, help them grow. Like, don't,
I know. Well,
because you know, From Software's out there achievement hunting because they're actively trying to fucking win these awards and shit whenever those awards really should be going to somebody else because that somebody else, aka Santa Monica Studio, should have fucking won Game of the Year that year. And the fact I know this is because they entered their DLC, this very same DLC we're talking about now. They entered that into the Game Awards thinking that that would have won Game of the Year just because Astrobot, Balatro, uh a couple other games, nah, we got this. Let's send our DLC in. And then they lost. Won, like,
didn't
no
even.
fucking awards. They
Yeah, it was entered in for best protagonist dialogue. The only
didn't
dialogue your
even know.
character does is scream.
Unless you want to say Lita's the protagonist.
She's an antagonist. She's a psycho bitch.
She is an antagonist. I thought, like, you were about to enter this Fellowship of the Ring type stuff, but no, you just
Nope.
get caught in the middle of this fucking let's hunt for our god Mikola, and then you know
Yeah, when I heard.
praise
Well,
this age of brainwashing because we're all already brainwashed.
when I heard about what Lita was doing, I was like, oh great, we're doing that now.
Yep.
Another, I'm a nice person, and then ends up being psychotic. I'm like, ugh.
The moment she talked about killing Hornsent, that's the only time I've ever thought about killing an NPC before, and they didn't even let me do it. The one NPC I want to kill, they fucking spare.
They were like, yeah, we don't want people to kill our NPCs if we want them to progress the story.
We didn't code another ending where you killed Lita, so we just made her turn into pixie dust and fly away.
So she's like Garamond, he just like dissipates if you hit her.
You'll code in a whole ass animation for her being dissipated away, but you won't code an alternate fucking NPC quest line where you kill Lita and save everyone from Mikola's brainwashing and go kill Mikola.
They'll spare
Nah.
her.
Just have
But
Lita continue her fucking quest to brainwash all the people that you want to protect, and then have you kill them because they're brainwashed.
what I hate, they'll spare her, but with every other NPC, if it's not a no combat area, your controller slips, oh, well, you're fighting them now, or run away.
Like all the nice NPCs. Oh, you can kill them. Oh, but the evil ones? Yeah, no, we like them, so you can't kill them yet.
Yep.
Oh, you saw the red flags immediately and want to kill them because they're already about to murder somebody? Yeah, no. That blood's on your hands now. Sure, okay. I spare fucking Patches. I spare motherfucking Patches who shoves you down into this fucking area that does have treasure, funny enough, and has this NPC or whatever the fuck down there to kill you. But, like, even then, he turns into a merchant, and basically, I mean, it's all overpriced shit, but, like, he stops trying to kill you after that, because he knows not to fuck with you. Lita is a villain Patches is a desperate survivor trying to get all the resources he can for himself, while also basically being like, sure, I'll share what I found, but it's gonna cost you extra because I need souls to live. Which, you know, being in a video game where grinding is basically guaranteed to need to happen at some point, I mean, you might as fucking well. Shit. Patches in Dark Souls 3 doesn't even have the most expensive stuff because the fucking key to the Firekeeper's soul is 20k, and that's on the fucking handmaiden in the shrine. Patches doesn't have anything that comes close to that kind of fucking cost of 20k. Besides, unless you're buying the entire set of armor at once, you know? Even then, it's a set of the best armor in the game. Which, unfortunately, you don't get at the end of Sigurd's questline. Or maybe you do, I don't remember. It's been a while since I did Sigurd's quest. I think you do get it with Stormruler. Or is it a second Stormruler? I forget. And by that, I mean, like, after the fight. If you're not immediately dragged to Dancer, because you did Aldrich first. Regardless, though, Dark Souls 3 was a lot less nitpicky upon what the player can do and what they can't do. You want to kill this NPC in the hub world? Go for it. They're probably evil anyway. Because, let's be honest, the only other NPC I've actually killed because I hate what they do is, Lolhell, or whatever the fuck his name is. The guy with the silver mask on that tells you to go invade other players. I fucking kill him because he's the source of my fucking rage for these games because I hate invaders with a fucking passion. And these motherfuckers are encouraging that shit? Yeah, get the fuck out of here. You're not welcome in my world. Fuck you. I don't care you have a quest line. You're dead. I'll do your quest line in a playthrough that I'm just gonna speed through because I don't want that ending for very long. Fuck you. And base Elden Ring had so many different fucking endings you could have gotten, but the DLC only has one? Excuse me? Because in base game, you can help Dung Eater, you can help Rani, you can help Marika herself by following Grace and not doing anything else. You can help the Three Fingers, you can help Nefeli Lu, Kenneth Height, and the guy who stomps Godric's face in for the rest of his life until you do the questline.
Oh yeah, that dude.
Like, there's so many NPCs you can help to get a different ending in base game, but in the DLC, nah, let's get one ending where all the NPCs you wanted to help all have to fucking face you in trial by combat, fight to the death type shit. And then you go fight Radon for some reason. Don't make him a side boss. Don't make Mesmer the fucking consort to Mikola or anything like that.
Yeah, because Mesmer's supposed to be
even though consort isn't even the right fucking terminology to use for brother and brother ruling the kingdom because mother and father are dead. That's just two princes taking up the mantle of king to run the kingdom. That's not a consort. Sure, say that I'm wrong because they're older and more experienced. Or, you don't know what you're talking about. These are the same people that made Dark Souls, aka my favorite game. Dark Souls 1 is the best game of all time. Fuck you. That game has a few good NPCs that make it a good game. You take those three out of there, and it's a shit fucking game. You take Solaire, you take Andre, and you take fucking Siegmeyer out of the game, and it's fucking shit. Those three are the only three in the game that give it any kind of charm. Because those NPCs, and the giant blacksmith as well, because the giant blacksmith is referenced in Dark Souls 3, which is mainly the reason why people thought Dark Souls 3 took place before Dark Souls 2, because you see the giant's corpse in Anne Orlando, which is not a skeleton yet, so that's why it's like, okay, it's been thousands of years, why hasn't this fucking decayed yet? Well, giants apparently have stone skins, so they're not going to decay.
So where
I mean,
do I
just look
meet
at the
you?
last giant, for fuck's sake. And then the giant trees that are basically their corpses. Mine is somehow the giant in Dark Souls 1 isn't related to the giants from Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3.
So are you killing the bosses by yourself, or do I meet?
Nah, I was just sitting at this grace. Yeah, we can kill Margit real quick.
Because I thought this was a farewell stream, not problems I have with the Souls game stream.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
just saying.
I keep getting Dark Souls stuck in my head to the point where I'm like, I'm explaining to the people that are just now watching in my channel, basically they've never heard this before. I'm explaining to them why I have the opinions I do. I'm not just stating, I have this opinion, and go fuck yourself if you think otherwise. Like, I'm not telling you to go fuck yourself. Unless you think Dark Souls 1 is the best game ever, because just play fucking Kingdom Hearts, you'll have your heart fucking broken. And not because they kill off every single character in the fucking game, but because you actually feel fucking emotions tied to the characters and the struggles they go through. Or you're a heartless white man that only loves violence.
I don't know why that's all white men's like fucking goal. I want violence.
If I can't kill this motherfucker, this game is ass.
I'm like, Russia's open. You can go there if you want violence that badly.
Carrie, don't go there, please.
I'm not, but they can if they want to.
Carrie.
What?
Don't tell people to go to Russia or whatever the fuck. Alright, you're signed down at, Castle Ward Tunnel.
Hold on, cast a word. There we go. I like how the graces are not in order of like the storyline. It's Gatefront and then goes off into Weeping Peninsula or some shit. I'm like, what?
Oh, you mean on the list? Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they were doing with the list.
Like, why does it not? It would be nice if it went in order with when I found them. That would be nice, so I could
Like,
see which one I got first.
my excitement for Demon Souls remake led my brain to literally have dreams about changes that it would make to the game to make it like this holy shit fucking game instead of this linear game. But you know,
Yeah,
a remake's a remake. It's gonna be accurate to the original.
yeah.
And then
Sign
Elden
this
Ring
down.
came around, this brand new Souls title. I'm like, oh, are they gonna do all this crazy shit here? And I started having dreams again. And then Limgrave is basically what I had dreams about. And then it kind of just starts falling apart from there.
Like they stopped adding stuff to the game. They were like, okay, Limgrave.
Well,
Let's
it's not
put
even
all this
about
effort.
adding stuff to the game. It's about structuring it properly. I keep forgetting that not every game is Square Enix or fucking Elder Scrolls or or Tomb Raider or like there's so many fucking game franchises out there that have properly paced games that are enjoyable all throughout and not just at the beginning. And then you have games like this that are like, I mean, even Bloodborne, for fuck's sake. I know Japan Studio was half of the team that worked on it, and you had Sony for the music and the budget, basically. But like, even Bloodborne was fun all the way through, even in the DLC. It wasn't until New Game Plus that I had problems with Lawrence, you know? Because the scaling just turned him into a fucking nightmare. And then, like, Chalice dungeons cursing you and having your health, I know that's a From Software thing, and that's the only reason those Depths 5 dungeons are as hard as they are. It's because you literally have half your health. Even then, I'm able to still have some fun with them, because the only bosses I hate are Amygdala and Aberrant Beast for not being flinchable.
Amygdala's...
You hit that fucker with a full charge fucking stake driver straight to the face, and that fucker does not flinch.
Yeah, I hate that Aberrant Beast. He's like Bloodborne's version of Bellbearing Hunter Night Rain.
Yeah.
Just no flinch, doesn't flinch at all. You can't even run away from him to use the Bolt Hunter's Mark that you can get hit out of, because he just runs up at you and just starts fisting you in the face.
Carrie.
I said in the face.
It doesn't matter. You were complaining about, is this gonna be complaining about things, or is this a farewell? Like, I'm getting on the track of farewell, and you're just like, well, I have this problem with this one Bloodborne boss, even though we're not talking about Bloodborne right now.
Well, I mean, you were, but...
Since you brought up the Chalice dungeons. But,
I don't know if it's like a goodbye, like forever, or just like
it
for
is
a while.
forever. I'm not touching Elden Ring base game until either the next DLC comes out and I try it because I already bought the game, or their next game comes out. That's actually promising. Not Dust Bloods. I ain't touching Dust Bloods because it's on Nintendo Switch 2 only.
So if it is forever, then I'll have to find someone else if I'm ever in the mood to co-op in this game.
Well, there's always Trout. He was my cooperator for this shit. And, you know, I just recommend not going through New Game Plus 7. You just don't even go through New Game Plus 4. You just play it in New Game Plus 1 and call it quits, you know? Maybe go to 2. The reason I don't like Margit as much as Morgott is because Morgott's faster. Like, you feel like you're getting your dodges out sooner and not being punished for trying to dodge, you know? I'm used to the triple knives, I'm not gonna lie. I tried to parry it, but he probably can't anyway. Oh, he sprints at you. Remember, can't damage him, it's not Night Rain.
I know.
Maybe don't turn him to me. Yeah, even this boss is way more tame than fucking any of the DLC bosses. Besides maybe Mesmer. Mesmer's the only real enjoyable fight because you're not hiding behind a fingerprint shield the whole fucking time. If you're in New Game Plus 7, anyway.
Yeah.
But again, just New Game Plus 7 not being rewarding at all pisses me off. Oh, they drop twice as much as they do in base game. Cool. It's 7 times fucking stronger, and I don't get increased defense.
I'm guessing it was after the DLC for Elden Ring you were just like, I'm good with not touching this game ever again.
Like, literally, once we get through the early game, I'm done. I'm just done, period.
To see them
So was it the DLC or Night Rain that just like sealed the nail on the coffin for
It's
this?
Night Rain. Night Rain fucking sealed it because they can't let go of their high scaling and limiting the player so goddamn much they can't compete. Sure, if you go in solo, it's properly scaled for the speedrunners to just no-hit the boss. But if you're going in with 3 players, oh well, that's your mistake right there. You
So
better be playing
where
with people that play this shit nonstop since release, or you're not winning.
where are we stopping exactly? Because I don't know where the early game exactly ends.
I want to at least kill Margit or Morgoth. I mean, because I
So we
want to
have a
play
few
it again.
bosses. Because with my brain it's like, okay, I'll never play this game again. But then my brain's like, oh, but I do miss fighting these bosses though.
That's the only.
Because because I do want to fight Melania again. It's just the way to the Halig tree is
Yeah, well, you can fight her again. You
just
have the Halig tree unlocked.
yeah, but I have to go to a new game cycle because it's not
No,
Dark Souls
no, we can
2.
fight her in my world. Don't
Oh,
worry. But yeah, that's another thing I have. Like, Dark Souls 2 had so many new things. Like, respawning the damn boss with a bonfire aesthetic.
yeah,
I mean,
all
the
these new
bonfire aesthetic
things.
was mainly for increasing your game difficulty to New Game Plus immediately, not having to wait to beat the game first. But I said Dark Souls 2, my fucking controls in terms of my muscle memory defaults to sprint and L3 to jump, right? No, it's just X.
Nope.
But like the bonfire aesthetics coming back would be nice if it were only targeting the boss to just respawn them. Because, if I wanted to go into New Game Plus, I'll go into New Game Plus. I don't care. Like how their flaws just show even further when you've got multiple enemies stacking on top of each other. Oh, this guy's got a 3-hit combo. Okay, he's done. Oh, here comes his friend with another 3-hit combo. Okay, he's done. And I'm being poked at the same time by Mr. Torchpole. And by that time, the first guy's back to doing his 3-hit combo. That's so goddamn annoying. There's no pacing in this shit. I even tried to space them out like Demon Souls to get my straight sword to hit all of them near the same time, but even that doesn't go through. Because my straight sword moveset doesn't even go horizontal anymore, it's diagonal now. Hey, Carrie.
Yeah.
Shoot. I guess I'll just summon you at Stormvale Cliffside. I just won't rest at the Grace. Or maybe I will. I don't know. Because I was gonna say meet me at the Blossom Room, but then I remembered there's one banished knight I have to kill. I don't have to kill him, but I want to. But I'm gonna need your help to do it, because I have no heals.
Okay.
So I know your sign's down, I'll summon you. Then we can kill Godric, then we can go take down, Rolana.
Okay.
Or, I guess
Signs
I could
down.
just skip... Well, actually, yeah, no, I need Renal. I need 2, shard bearers. since I haven't upgraded my weapon, hopefully we don't get invaded in this area. But who knows? Maybe bro's like searching all over the place, trying to invade everywhere because he's a no-life bitch. Like seriously, stop forcing us into invasion situations. Make your coliseums rewarding, and maybe they'll flock over there. Because then they can fight other players to their heart's content, because there's rewards involved. Not,
Yeah,
oh,
no.
invasions are rewarding, but coliseums aren't, even though coliseums are organized.
Yeah. And maybe tie it to a fucking covenant where if you're part of the covenant, you get invaded by other people in it. And not
Yeah,
just, oh, you summoned your friends in? Well, you're gonna have to fight everyone.
yeah, I'm at least glad it's slowly evolving to involve invaders less and less, because they know invaders are a problem with progress. Like, because it started off, oh, you just get invaded whenever you're in human form. And then Dark Souls 1 was, oh, you can be invaded kind of any time. Dark Souls 2 continued that invaded any time bullshit. Then Dark Souls 3 brought it back to, you have to be Ember to get invaded. And then Elden Ring finally made it to where only in co-op can you be invaded. Bloodborne was only in co-op, or if there's a bell ringing woman. And if you go kill the bell ringing woman, invasions stop.
That's
That's
what I liked
the best
about
way to do
Bloodborne.
the invasion system is you go kill the bell ringer after you summon in your friends, and then the rest of it's basically open to explore.
Yeah, my sign's down. I forgot this ain't. It ain't like Dark Souls where the sign just appears there.
It will eventually. Oh, I forgot I didn't use my remedy. Oh yeah, there it is. I didn't use my remedy because I was waiting for you to
Yeah.
take your sign down. But
I
yeah,
liked
no,
Bloodborne's
Elden
bell
Ring
system.
Night Rain's co-op would be nice to see in the next Souls game. Like, joining a room in the round table holds with your friends and
Yeah.
then teleporting out to a place and just going out and playing the game with your friends. With the Night Rain revival system, that'd be great. Just the 3 bars being so damn big and having that kind of regen, just
I wish
slow
they
down the regen or just remove it entirely. We don't or lower the amount of HP the revive
yeah.
meter has. Like, come on.
I wish they gave it Neo 2's revive system. Just press circle and continue fighting.
I don't
Now you
I
have
don't
someone else to distract the boss.
Right, but I don't mind Night Rain's revival system because it is unique, and I do like unique. The problem is, whenever you go down the third time, the game punishes your friends for you dying the third time by extending the amount of times they need to hit you by triple. Also, shit. And he's a bitch. Look who's getting blocked. exist because all stars have fucking gravity. Even as humans have gravity, it's just so small, it doesn't really affect anything except for maybe static electricity. Well, let me know when your sign's down again.
It's already down.
Like, another reason I hate invaders is they're all fucking selfish, except for the ones that actually come in with either a meme gimmick, like a vigor check, or a duelist that actually wants to duel you, not use a bleed weapon and call it a day, or use a frostbite weapon and call it a day. Like, you either fight with steel, or you fight with coward's tactics. Basically, get the fuck out of my world. Especially when you're in early game. If you're in late game, yeah, expect that shit. And you have a build in late game. In early game, you don't have enough levels to have a build. You're just not going to fucking get one. Also, I love how useless my shield is because they hit it twice and lost all of my fucking stamina. Oh, it's the starter kite shield. Yeah, but you gave it 100% physical damage negation too, so give me significant stamina to deal with it.
Damn it.
Yes, I got my soul back. Like, I know these people aren't shit. They're invading in areas they shouldn't fucking be in yet. Or, you know, those weapons shouldn't be obtained in yet. The game doesn't care at all. But again, I'm happy Night Rain removed that, because it's bullshit.
Are you in the room? Oh, yeah.
But, you know, minus invaders piquing my fucking rage. I do like Stormveil Castle. It's probably their best legacy dungeon due to how balanced it feels, minus the Banished Knights having yes amounts of hyper armor. But, like, you give the Banished Knights less hyper armor, like, say, oh, I don't know, the trolls in Bloodborne, the half werewolf looking guys, those guys don't have high poise in Central Yarnum, but when you get to Cathedral Ward, they're a lot tankier. But they didn't do that with the Banished Knights, so they just feel unbalanced, more so than they really should. Especially the halberd and dual swords variants.
God damn it.
I didn't even know that gap was there.
Yep, I didn't even know that gap ever existed either. Well, hopefully there's that Grace nearby. I think it's the one in that one room. Next to an elevator room.
Again, holding the weapon that long is gonna strain your muscles, and it's gonna fucking hurt. Y'all don't understand that because you've never wielded a sword before. You just swung it around. Oh, but if it's not heavy, then it's not gonna be, like, no. You're still holding it horizontally behind your head. It's gonna take a lot of muscle power to do that. Yeah, I've made it to the next Grace. I should be able to make it to Godric's Grace, like the room before whatever the fuck. Yeah. Thank God I didn't press L3 there, otherwise I'd have plummeted to my death. I wouldn't have jumped. I am glad From Software adds like a wall scramble and a fucking whatchamacallit, a ledge grab, whatever the fuck, mantle.
So what? What?
Secluded
What?
Cell, I think it's called,
Okay.
because we just couldn't call it the Armory or Janitor's Closet because it's that fucking small. Might as well be.
The Grand Archives, Room 1, Bonfire. Room 2, like... includes, oh, the bonfire right before Godric.
Honestly, I might be done after Godric. I don't want to run through most of this, getting invaded and shit, halting my progress, taking even more time away from me. I think I'll just fucking... We're just gonna kill Godric, and then that's gonna be my farewell after we kill him. Because I'm not gonna get invaded by these shitheads, and then fucking have to redo the level because I died to one guy who stunlocked the shit out of me to death. Yeah, it's Secluded Cell. You're signed up?
Yeah, I'm there, yeah.
Like, I have an unupgraded weapon, meaning I shouldn't be able to be invaded by people who have +1 weapons or higher. Problem is, they also have an unupgraded weapon. They just maxed out their arcane without leaving the 20s or whatever. Yeah, I hate to end it on Godric. I would love to end it on Morgott, but unfortunately Morgott is too far in the game for me to do it in an hour.
But a true born heir. Lend me thy strength, O kindred.
Or who knows, maybe I'll have a part 2 stream where you and I fight Morgott and Melania.
Yeah, because I know that my brain would be like, I'm in the mood to play it again, and I would want to play it again. I don't think I could ever say goodbye to a game.
I mean, Night Rain's abyssal regard for the players that don't want to just get their face stomped in all fucking time. No, you don't. You don't enter. You don't enter ESO trials solo all the time. So, no, you don't. Fucking extra. I'm gonna pull it back, even though I'm dragging it all. Again, wind's doing damage. Come on. Has to be tornado sight for it to really fucking damage.
I forgot, after I put my flask away, that's when the heal kicks in, apparently. It was up to my mouth, but still wasn't considered a heal.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're ending in on a boss that shows most of the problems with From Software's boss design. AKA, let's play Roll Catch Central and Extended Range Central, because for some reason his body just bends in an unnatural way just to grab you or hit you. Extended AoE hitboxes. I mean, the list goes on with this fucking guy. Just get good. Oh, you mean spend 2,000 hours fighting a goddamn boss I hate? Yeah, no, not fucking happening. I'll tell you what boss I will fucking fight for 7 hours straight. Fucking Melania. But she's a good boss.
She gives you openings and doesn't go in swinging
She
all the time.
flinches
She
for
backs up.
one.
Yeah. She also backs up as well. It's not just up in your face, 5 million combos, you're dead. I'm still comboing even though your corpse is on the ground.
Like, she tells you conquer your fear and basically lead the fight, not, oh, what's that? You want to keep the fight on your terms, keep the boss backpedaling and, you know, playing defensively? Nah, you have to play defensively because we said so.
Yeah, they stopped the
And we
whole...
punish you for playing defensively because we're gonna have the boss hold the attack an extra
Yeah,
2 seconds after it looks like he's already about to swing.
they
Just
stopped
to
the
roll
whole...
catch you so you get hit. Or break your guard in 1 hit in a 3-hit combo. I mean, fuck's sake.
Like, they stopped the whole boss playing defensively after Dark Souls 3, because, like, with Sister Fried, she plays defensively, she's not comboing until the end of days, she
I like how
actually
you
backs
say
up.
that, but then Melania is in this game.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's not the last game that did that.
Yeah, but it...
Night Rain doesn't have a boss like that. I don't think the DLC has a boss like that either. If Rolana played like Melania, where she tried to parry your attacks and back off and flinch and shit, then I'd be like, yeah, that boss would be a lot better. Problem is, they don't do that at all.
like, Dark Souls 3 is the game I started to notice when
You gotta
the
replace
fodder
your time.
enemies...
You
Okay,
placed it down too early, so now you have to replace it because I didn't
I
die
thought you were still
when you
fighting
placed it.
him.
No, no. I just didn't know if you had already placed it or if you, I apparently didn't think about you not having placed it yet. That's what I get for
I
trying to use a halberd to flinch the boss. No, no, no. Just get punished using a bigger weapon.
Yeah, what I was trying to say is I can tell Dark Souls 3 is where they started the whole fodder enemies having a combo longer than your fucking... They have a combo as long just to make sure your hit stun is still active so they could put more hits on you, basically.
Well, I mean,
Instead of...
Demon Souls started that, but then again, they don't track you with it in Demon Souls. They track you with it in these games.
I hate the fucking tracking. Because I'm like, how are you gonna hold your sword up and then perfect track me? Like, can I have that?
No,
if you're gonna give it to the boss.
Behind you. Like, I don't want to have to use a shields to fight these bosses, you know. I want to use a shield if I want to learn their moveset and then later dodge, you know. Not, oh, it's that you failed to time your jump, you take extra damage because we said so. Like, this guy just uses the same attacks over and over too. So, you can add limited moveset in the description of this guy. At least his boss theme is good, though.
Yeah.
If not, fucking Rolana. Violins building up to nothing, just repeating themselves for the entire fight. Or the Mother of Fingers, literally starting to put you to sleep in second phase, not because the boss is sleep related, no. It's because the boss theme basically stops.
Yeah, they need to stop the whole... The boss theme goes somewhere and then just, nope. We'll just put an effort in after the first 5 notes.
Like, this guy has Ground Slam, Tornado, Ground Slam, roll for some reason, even though you could just fucking walk or some shit. Oh, we want to show off how grotesque he is. Bitch, please. Oh, that's right, it's second page. The bleed proc is funny. Because it doesn't care about the defense boost, because it goes straight through it. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, because he was tracking you, he just turned around faster. A random front flip for no reason. That's a grab. How do we make our boss harder? Give him a fucking grab. And make him drag his fucking weapons and arms across the damn arena to fuck up your timing.
I could be grabbed during an Ash of War.
Yes, Carrie, you can be grabbed during a lot of things.
That never happened to me before. That's a first.
Well, if you want Horalu to do the same thing, you can fight him too.
I was just trying to give Melania a revenge story.
I mean, God,
Godric...
though, they put more effort into the lore of this game than they do the actual game itself.
Like, Godric called
hand,
Melania a bitch, and she was like, yeah, you're not leaving alive.
On one hand, I don't mind them doing that, because that adds more immersiveness, but on the other hand, it's like, you couldn't have put more effort into the game?
Like, the game gets kind of boring when...
Stop dividing your team into 5 so you can work on 5 games at the same time. And just make it like 3 or 2.
Because I will say this, it gets boring when most of the weapons are copy-pasted from previous games, to where I'm like, okay, so nothing new, got it.
I mean, there's something new. There's always something new. The problem is, there's not enough new things to make it feel fresh.
Yeah, because Dark Souls 2 added a lot of new things, which never shows up again. To where I'm just
Besides
like, okay...
the dual-wield katana moveset having the same timing. Literally, Elden Ring's timing on the dual-wield katana moveset's the same, minus you swing them individually instead of at the same time. Oh, okay.
Which is weird, because there's some times where you swing them individually, and sometimes you swing them at the same time. It's usually at the same time. That's why I like Dark Souls 2 dual-wield katanas. Even though it's the same, like... I like how people like Elden Ring's better, because it has more hits in it, not because it actually...
It's better because it's newer. That's why they like it.
And it's up in production. I'm like, okay.
I'd fucking hope so.
I hate that adding an extra sheath is up in production. I'm like, okay, now you're just kissing FromSoft's ass at this point.
Yeah, they added an extra sheet. that's the reason I like it more. Like, that second hit locks you in the animation longer. It's not an improvement, it's a fucking downgrade. Yeah, just insta front flip jump, you know, because there's no wind up to a jump. I should know, I've jumped as high as I can in real life too. I don't need to fucking, or I don't just front flip out of fucking nowhere to do it. I've gotta bend my knees, gather my strength, and then jump.
I do love that they kept the Dark Souls one. You get hit by fire. Oh, I'm falling. I'm like, okay, sure.
Damn it. I just hate how many of his attacks are just drawn out just to look at you. Because it's a slow, lumbering boss. He's supposed to be slow. Thanks, I'm dead, because he turned to me even though he's looking at you. Oh, I'm not dead. Somehow I take, you know.
Why can I not hit him?
Because he was grabbing me, that's why.
Oh, I didn't even
Because
see
you
that.
turned him to me and he fucking snatched me.
Sorry.
I am the Lord.
Whereas the game just doesn't show me that you're grabbed. It's just, oh, he's not taking any damage anymore.
I mean, again,
Because you're playing
that's another thing I like about Night Rain is they show you when the boss is about to grab you and not just, oh, he's winding up an attack and it's a grab.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't hear his dialogue because I'm the cooperator. His theme kept continuing. Now it's off.
Again, if they just sped up some of his animations instead of just having him drag his axe instead of, you know. I feel like that's mainly a joke because he's dragging his ass, basically,
Yeah.
with every attack. He's just.
His arm is a dragon, so maybe that's why he drags his weapons.
He drags his weapon because he's a big guy, not because there's any reason for it to. Because, like, his arms are literally bigger than his weapon, for fuck's sake. Why is he dragging it on the floor? For dramatic effect, apparently. Dulling the blade in the process. If they were dragging it at an angle where it would sharpen the blade, then yeah, sure, fine. But he's not doing that. He's dragging it blade first into the fucking ground.
It's been a thing since, I'm guessing.
I mean, you draw on a piece of paper, it'll dull the fucking pencil.
Yeah.
Same fucking logic.
I don't know if Demon Souls
You
had the
draw
same.
at an angle, it'll sharpen it again.
I don't know if Demon Souls had the same I'll drag my sword on the ground to be cool, or if that was started in Dark Souls.
Dark Souls 1. Artorias.
Yeah. And then his 3 flip combo, that was just to ensure that you died because they gave you a lazy dodge in that game.
Actually, the first time I think I see a flip is Black Knights in Dark Souls 1. The greatsword and axe variants, they do a spin backwards, drag their weapon on the ground, and uppercut you. Because they want to be cool, even though they have Sauron's armor on. But enough with the complaints. I'm gonna give my final thoughts on what I want to see in the future, not just, oh, well, this isn't in here, it needs to be added immediately. Like, I'm gonna go about this farewell like From Software's abandoned this title, because after Shout of the Erd Tree, it basically feels like they stopped giving a shit about Elden Ring. Night Rain is a separate title, so like I said, I'm still gonna play Night Rain in the background. Carrie and I might hop on this game again, but I will stream it for that too, just because of Morga and Melania. But once we're done with those two, we're done, because I am not fighting Malekith again. Or Godfrey. As much as I want to fight Radagon, I can't, because I have to go through those two to get to him. And Gideon's just the player character and what they should be. Removed stamina bar and removed FP bar.
What I'm gonna say is, if I were to make this game, I wanted to make it open world to where it's like, change it to where after New Game Plus you can play whatever boss you want to fight first, and not you have to go through a storyline again.
No. I would know. Because when you were burning dinner the other time, it was smoky in here. Yeah, I'm doing the farewell. The longer you stall, the longer it's going to take for me to do the farewell. We just killed the boss. I was just saying, let me go about this without fucking bitching.
Excuse me?
I said, let me go about this without bitching.
You bitch.
Yes. No.
What you saying, boy?
Don't worry, I didn't. Not being a dick. I'm just saying, let me finish up, and then you can play. Um, there are a lot of things I do love about this game. You know, the fact that it's open world and not just a tiny linear game you go through, and you know, the reason it doesn't quite feel as big as it should be is because it happens on basically an island and not a continent. Or even if it were like a region of a continent, or I don't know, the size of Australia or something. Like it is, if it were big, it would be more enjoyable because there'd be more to do and a lot less. Oh well, this is a giant chasm. Let's just. Regardless, though, like for their first step into open worlds, this game is great. For improvements on the series, this game is shit. And the reason I say it's shit isn't because it brings nothing to the table, like Dark Souls 1, basically. I'm kidding. They all at least brought something to the table, it just wasn't the main course. It's like a chef that cooks the same thing as its soup of the day, you know? The soup of the day is supposed to change every day.
What?
Like, the reason I like Demon Souls and Dark Souls 2 and Bloodborne and Elden Ring Night Rain is due to the fact they all change the soup of the day. They don't just keep bringing you Dark Souls soup with a little bit of added spices to it to make it taste slightly different. Like Dark
we
Souls
added a
3.
new moveset.
Dark Souls 3 adding proper Ashes of War. Okay, you've improved. Like, Dark Souls 3 improved the formula, but it's also not as good as that Dark Souls 2 formula. Like, yes, the Dark Souls 2 formula is off. That doesn't mean shred the recipe and forget about it forever.
That's what I hate.
It just means you need to think about it more.
Yeah.
You need to sit on it a bit longer.
I need to say this because it pisses
Okay,
me
go
off.
ahead. Go ahead.
They're like, oh, Dark Souls 2. Oh, well, the recipe was kind of wonky, so we're just gonna trash that entirely and make something different. Like, what? Not
Like,
improve it in the next game?
They obviously didn't shred the recipe, because they still have some of the recipe in Elden Ring. But, like, they're not coming back to it. Because a lot of the things in Dark Souls 2 were great. It just needed a bit more polish, a bit more tuning, a lot more touching up. You know, I could go on about, you know, different metaphors and similes and shit. Point is, instead of letting it grow and nurturing it and tweaking it while the game is still popular, they just said, nah, we're not going to touch that ever again. We're just going to use some of that recipe in Elden Ring and then call it a day. Not the recipe, not the flavors that made it so good in the first place. Just the recipe, just the like little salt here and there, or pepper here, maybe a little bit of thyme. But if the next Souls game follows the same Dark Souls 1 bullshit, and I don't mean Duskbloods, 'cause, again, I'm not playing that. You guys have heard that plenty today. The next all-console game, basically, if that one is somehow worse than Shadow of the Erdtree in terms of how the game feels to play, I am going to be done with this series. I'll keep up with it on YouTube and stuff, like watch other people play it to see if it's improved, but just, I'm gonna ignore it for a while, and I'm gonna focus on making my game, and then when I do, I'm gonna release it. Because I've learned a lot from a lot of games in my time, so it's about time I did something about this problem. But these games tugged on my imagination just to disappoint me. And it really hurts to feel that, because when a game gets you so excited, your imagination goes wild, and then, like, you know, finally playing the game, like, it's like I said, the start of this game met expectations. Everything after Margit basically just fell off
like
really
Bloodborne for
quickly.
me. I
But
didn't know what I was expecting, but it.
Just seeing footage of the network test got me excited and everything, and then, like, going from there and then landing on what they did with the DLC just disappointed me. And I know Night Rain is still new. They might balance it again to where it's not such a shit show for everyone who doesn't already have the bosses memorized. But I think until they balance it, I might not play Night Rain unless it's with you and Chow. I had high hopes for these games, and they just basically spat in my face and said, nah, we're going to make slight improvements throughout the decades, and then just shit on your dreams, basically. Because we want to take shortcuts. We don't want to actually do the work, learn, and improve. We just want to take shortcuts. How do we keep the player from R1 spamming? Don't make the combat more involved. No, just make the moveset end after 5 swings, even though you have 3 more times for that combo you could do in your stamina. Which the end of that combo also keeps you from dodging. It's just, until they stop worrying about challenge, I'm done. So, let me know when they focus on fun. Then I'll come back. I'm tired of getting my hopes up for basically salt added to a pretzel. And it's not even a good pretzel at that. It's just it's one of those snack pretzels that are bite-sized and crunchy just because they're meant to be a snack, not your main course. So, that's all for today. I am not going to touch Elden Ring. Again, I'll touch Night Rain a couple more times. But they just keep disappointing me. I can't keep going on like this. And like I said, I'm going to work on my game in the background. I'm not really going to say anything about it because I don't want people... Well, mainly I don't want people stealing my ideas, but also I want it to be a bit of a surprise. Like, I'm not going to say anything about it until I have trailers dropping for it, you know? Might be in 5-10 years, but I want it done right. I don't want it done like this, where, oh, we waited 5 years for it, and it's shit. There's barely any improvements to it. It's shit. Like, I don't want that. I want to show from software why people love these games. I'm basically going to make it my mission to do better than them. And I'm going to work on multiple genres. So I'm not just going to make one genre, but, like, I've got a Souls-like in mind, I've got an MMO in mind, and then I've got RPG in mind. So, like, I definitely have a lot of different genres in mind. It's not just like, oh, I'm just going to make Souls-likes. No. I'm gonna show you a Souls-like. Then I'm gonna tie that Souls-like storyline to my MMO. And then I'm gonna make like side RPGs, or I'm probably just gonna make the RPGs first. Maybe not. I'm gonna make the Souls like first. Then I'm gonna make like the RPGs as side projects while I'm letting the MMO simmer, basically. Then I'm gonna add more touch-ups to the MMO based on what happened in the RPG. Like I'm gonna tie them all together, basically. It's not gonna be Dark Souls where thousands of years later. Like no, that's just not my style of narration. That's all. But yeah, you might. I'm going to be streaming Lies of P at some point, and Night Rain, of course. I don't think I'll be streaming Diablo 4. It's just Diablo. It's meant to be just played casually, but I'm gonna have to wrap it up quick, because my mom wants to play. So I'm gonna get my life together, basically. Then we'll see what happens from there.